Yeah, I mean, we've had a few games like that this year, and it was nice to come out the other end of it. To be honest, could have gone either way, but it's been a challenging month. It was a tough loss last week, and we've had a couple of close losses over the last month. So to get one like that was a relief, to be honest. Yeah.
I was just going to say, what can that do now, Steve? I know you had a tough loss, but you had a win only two weeks ago. But that kind of went away. What does that do?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, under the circumstances, we lost, Carl Lawton tonight. He couldn't come back on. Jazz, had to go back on because he had a head knock, but he was cleared of that. But he, had a troublesome ankle. Bunty couldn't return to the field after half time. So we were down on troops. We lost Patrick Herbert yesterday in captain's run. So and we knew it was going to be a real dogfight tonight. To be honest, the conditions. Once the rain started coming in this half, so we were geared up for a real committed performance from the Knights, and it was exactly what happened. And I just thought the first half. We had a fair bit of possession, but the luck just wasn't coming our way. And the message to the boys at half time was just to stick at it, and things will turn for us. And
because you believe you were down 12-2 at half time.
No, I thought we had the, as I said, I thought we had the upper hand, but we just didn't have a great deal of luck, and I thought our shape and good ball in the first half, wasn't quite what we were after, and I thought the Knights were sort of had us covered pretty easily there. So we got close a couple of times. I think David, over in the far corner, got pulled back for a drop ball from Cody, and Rog up close to the line also. So. But yeah, it was just a matter of sticking at it in the second half. I thought the boys, did that pretty well.
Ken's no try. Did you get a good look at that?
I did, but I think a bit like everyone, I've sort of given up, thinking trying to give my view on it, because at the end of the day they're pushing the button, and. I think over the course of the last couple of weeks, there's been a few howlers. So, but yeah, I mean, what's my saying? What I think about it going to change? So, and I thought there was a couple of calls tonight. I think there was a try there where Mason lost the footy, the back end of the set. There was a recount, and that was the first half. So. But yeah, I'm just pleased that we're able to come to the Newey and the Knights are playing with a great deal of confidence, and I know they had a few guys out tonight, but we anticipated what they gave us, and we come away with the 2 points. So we go to Brisbane next week, and we got to back up again.
When it gets set up there, do you just give up guessing now? Are you just when it gets set up to the bunker, are you just you're watching the replay and stuff? Are you just giving up, thinking you're trying to preempt what's going to happen?
Well, as I said, I don't want to. There's no point, pointing the finger and blaming. Was it a try? Wasn't it a try? But I just think over the course of the last couple of weeks, there's been we're all sitting here and we know there's been howlers. So, but yeah, I mean, we were all there. We saw it. Yeah, I'm just happy that it didn't come down to that, to decide the game.
Did you speak to Ken afterwards? Did you ask him whether he thought he maintained control of the ground? Have you had a chance to speak to him?
The player's always going to say that.
Point well taken.
Aaron just said that he's noticed a different interpretation in the referees, the way they're refereeing the games from the start of the year. Have you noticed a change in the way the games have been officiated?
And there's more penalties given the things that weren't penalised at the start of the season.
Yeah, well, you know, again, I thought, you know, we've probably, you know, the opposition is, you know, last week we had, you know, I think the penalty count was against us. Oh, sorry, in our favour was something like 11-5 or something like that. So it's, you know, been pretty obvious to me that, you know, the opposition, in terms of when they're playing against us, they're working really hard to, you know, stop, you know, particularly our back five, two wingers especially, Roger, in terms of, you know, the momentum. And so, you know, from that point of view, you know, I thought, you know, if I'm looking back at last week, I thought there was, you know, still a number of tackles which should have been penalised. So, you know, they spoke about, you know, trying to, you know, speed the game up, but yeah, it can be a little bit confusing in terms of, you know, what the interpretation is. But again, you know, you ring and you ring up and you try and find an answer, but you know, you end up going around the block. You know, it's you don't get anywhere, and so that's the frustrating part about it all.
What are you most frustrated in the game at the moment? What are you finding?
Well, again, it's a bit like what Brownie's, you know, talking about in terms of, you know, the interpretation, you know, and you know, from our point of view, you know, it's like I said to you, you know, last week, you know, we got the penalties for us, and we had two guys sent to the bin, and one was, you know, for repeat infringement, the other one was a professional foul, which shouldn't have gone to the bin. There's another one for them. So, you know, what I'm saying is, you know, to me, last week in our case, you know, there should have been more penalties, you know, because they consistently got numbers in the tackle, slowed us up. But again, you know, as I said, you try and get answers, and you just end up going around in circles. So it's a bit like what I said about the, you know, video ref, you know, like, well, where do you go? They can't give you a straight answer.